Hello and welcome back to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Today is going to be a general tarot love reading, an individual reading for every single zodiac sign. We're going to do another all signs fly through. This one is going to be what is coming towards each of you next in love. What messages have we got coming through on that question? So if you're new to the channel, huge welcome. Thank you so much for trying me out. If you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Thank you so much for all the amazing support, all the lovely comments. It really means the world to me, so thank you. Okay. And also, anyone who saw the last all signs, my apologies that my mic wasn't connected properly. There was no way for me to know, unfortunately, until I finished the nearly 3-hour long video. I went to just check it was there okay, and then the audio was terrible, so I'm so sorry. And if you still stuck through, which quite a lot of you did and watched it anyway, I really appreciate it. All right, this is going to be, obviously each of these readings is a general reading. That's my point. It's not a personal or private reading, so as always, please do take what I say that does resonate. If I say anything that doesn't resonate for you, please leave it for somebody else. It's also a timeless message. It is for whenever you come across it. We are all moving at different times on our timelines, so for some of you this could be happening right now. The intention is future influence, though, so what is coming, just to give you like a heads up. So anything else? So if you haven't been here before, what I do with these all signs readings, I'm going to get a base card for each zodiac sign with the first deck, and then I will go through. Each one gets normally it's about 15-minute-ish reading, and I'll clarify using other decks and oracles and all that jazz. Use the video however is useful for you, however you most prefer. If you just want to watch your sun sign, absolutely do that. If you want to watch the whole thing, also absolutely do that. And thank you. Obviously we are all connected, so there is some value in doing that, but I say you obviously don't feel like you have to, because they're normally very long videos. Otherwise, I would watch my sun, moon, rising and Venus placements. You might also want to watch, if you know, for example, the sun sign if there's someone that you have prominently on your mind regarding your love life at the time. But as I said, use it however is most useful for you. Okay, this time I'm going to flip the order of the zodiac. Hopefully I can remember it backwards off the top of my head, because I don't want, anyone near the end of the traditional order of the zodiac to feel hard done by if I'm kind of slightly running out of energy near that end of the readings. So we'll just flip it, we'll turn it around, we'll start with Pisces this time. All right, so I think that's enough preamble from me. I think I've said everything. Oh, if anything I'm saying in any of the readings resonate for you, but with the roles reversed, that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and reverse them. So even if you watch the sun sign of the person you have in mind and you feel like it's actually more for you and the roles are reversed, that's absolutely fine. Okay, get into it. Okay, so to start us off, Pisces. You have, and you took two at the same time for some reason, Knave of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, is your base card. Aquarius, you have the Magician. There could be some sort of link, I'm going to try and remember that, between the Pisces and Aquarius messages, because they tried to come out together. Capricorn, hello my fellow Cappies. Today you have the Five of Swords. Oh, let's see which direction it goes in when we get there. Sagittarius, my Saggies, you have the Empress. Stunning, we hope. Scorpio, you have the Four of Pentacles. Libra, you have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Just Seven of Cups with the Magician for Aquarius above you. There's a bit of smoke and mirrors. I'm chomping at the bit to start reading. All right, Virgo. You have Strength, which is Leo's major arcana. Pretty sure the last reading I did, Leo got the Hermit, which is Virgo's major arcana. So for some of you, there could be some sort of link between Leo and Virgo's going on. Anyway, Leo, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Cancer, you have the Eight of Swords. Gemini. Sorry, Gemini, you have the Six of Cups. Taurus, you have the Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay, and finally Aries, you have the King of Cups today. What is I was literally just thinking that there's a lot of cups on this spread today. And you have the King of Cups, which is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But anyway, I'm skipping. At the bottom of the decks, this will be like an overall energy. As I said, we are all connected, even if we're separated internationally or whatever. So the overall energy today is Temperance. The Sagittarius major arcana, I was about to say, it can also be considered the angel of the tarot deck. So underneath the Temperance is the Ten of Pentacles. I like the fact that Temperance is smack bang there. I mean, Temperance as an overall energy, this is one of moderation. It's also, it's understanding, it's give and take, it's reciprocity. It can talk about reconciliation. It's harmony, peace, balance. It's not overdoing things. It's not overcompensating. I just want to say, it's not overcompensating. It is peaceful, content. It's also not overindulging. It's about finding a happy medium. Sometimes a compromise as well. Okay, lots of pentacles here actually. Yeah, I mean. So to show you further down under the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. See, even the Two of Pentacles has the scales on unusually, which is kind of like reminding me of the Justice card, or obviously our dear Libras. But I mean, this is like, this Three of Pentacles can talk about collaboration quite a lot of the time. This is making something work in a partnership, but obviously it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be you partner with people like friends, colleagues at work, family members. It's it's getting on board with each other's ideas. There's clearly maybe some obstacles. There's a target we want to reach that's behind those Seven of Wands there. There are some things that need to be ironed out potentially or overcome. There's maybe some clashing. I want to do it this way, I want to do it that way. But that's all there after I was giving you that little explanation of the temperance energy that I was getting there. So this is nice. And, Two of Pentacles, it's balance, it's equal responsibility, equal effort, equal reward. Yeah, I mean, even further down, we'll go even further, we've got the Nine of Cups and then the Six of Swords. This is making sure in some way each party individually is happy about how things are moving forward. Obviously, that could apply in so many different ways, but that's the overall message for this reading, which is actually very nice. Let me pop that there. Got my tea, in case I get a dry throat after 3 hours of talking. So let's crack on. So my lovely Pisces, hello again. Today, as your base card of what's coming towards you next in love, you have the Page of Cups. So this can talk about someone reaching out to tell you that they care about you, that they... there's a nervousness that I'm getting. Someone may feel small. They may have you up on a bit of a pedestal, Pisces. They may want to make something happen, but they're overthinking it, and they're not being forthright. That was the word. They're not being forthright about their affection. For some reason, they could be muddling it. To try and there's definitely that. I mean, they are overthinking it. Maybe I'm overthinking what I'm trying to say here, because they might even be getting someone else to like a canary. I'm just getting to go down the mine, and check for gas, basically. Which hope they don't still do that with canaries, but obviously if the canary comes up alive, then it's safe. Or if, you know, the canary perishes, then people need to get out of there, is what I'm getting, like. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here, Pisces, is someone could be sending some sort of like canary in the form of another person towards you to like test the waters, basically, before. But they are, you know, I don't know, is that step even necessary? I feel like they're overthinking that. Let's see, let's get some more. What is coming towards Pisces next in love, please? So we've got the Chariots, which came out on top of the Magician for Aquarius. And I said at the start, if you didn't see that bit, basically the Aquarius card and yours try to come out together. So I was like, I wonder if there's going to be some linked energy. And straight away, the first clarifying card lands on top of the Magician for Aquarius. That's the Chariot, yes. But at the bottom of the deck is the Moon. Underneath the Moon is the Four of Cups. So there's someone, basically Pisces, who would like to charge towards you, such as their interest and determination. But they are fearing, yeah, that it's going to kind of, you're going to be like, I don't know why you're talking to me. Like almost, it always amazes me when this message comes through in different ways, that someone who has you in such high regard also thinks that you would be the kind of person that if they showed you interest, you would treat them with disdain. It's like, how can you have that person in that much of, I guess it's like, maybe it's more like if there was a celebrity and you really want to go up and tell them, oh, God, I loved that last film, or I love your work, you know, what you've, it means so much to me, the things I've seen that you've been in, that you've acted, blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to bother them because I'm sure they get that all the time. Maybe that is more it. It's coming through here, Pisces. So that's who you've got in the wings, wanting to move things forward with you, but massively overthinking this. With the Moon and the Four of Cups, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. This is that. It's like Pisces must get this all the time. They must get people telling them how beautiful they are, or how lovely people think they are. They must get that all the time. It must be so annoying. That's what they're thinking. Okay, tell me more about what is going to be happening here. Who is this person? Can you give us any idea of that for Pisces? Who is this person? The Ten of Cups just came out on top of the Chariot. They have imagined the two of you having a family, Pisces. I say that and the Empress comes out. They've fantasized about you having children together. They've fantasized about taking you home to introduce to their parents for some of you. Obviously, if any of that doesn't apply for your situation, don't worry about it. Feels like this is a friend. Yep, Three of Cups. They can't. Oh, okay. So the Ten of Wands came out, and then the Nine of Wands, and that's significant because of it's going backwards. So this is someone that at some point they gave up on this idea. They thought it was hopeless. It was a pointless endeavor having these kind of imagining this kind of thing with you, Pisces. But they've taken a step back into the Nine of Wands of, maybe there's still hope. It might be for some of you if they've just found out that you've stopped seeing someone, or a relationship has come to an end. Tell me more about this person. Who are they? Can you give me anything else? The Knight of Cups. Then the deck split when that came out to show the Nine of Swords and the Lovers. Well, it's someone who is still holding a candle for you, Pisces. If you didn't see the overall collective message, you might want to. Underneath the Nine of Swords is the Seven of Wands, which featured in that message. That's why I said it. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So, I mean, this again, the Seven of Wands talks about these obstacles. It's like it's trying to overcome things that seem impossible. It's against all odds to make something work. But then we have the Ace of Swords, which especially in this deck talks about a solution to a tricky situation where you're all tied up. Something's all tied up in knots. This person feels like they're all tied up in their head. There is a solution, but they've convinced themselves you're not going to hear them out about that solution. Okay. Let's get some more for you, Pisces. How are you feeling about this person? How's Pisces feeling about this person? The Knight of Swords came out immediately. There might be something sharp that you would consider saying to this person, but you're willing to hear them out first, basically, is what it's saying. Why is that? What's the Knight of Swords about? Why is Pisces feeling like that? The Death card nearly threw itself off the table. I think it's because you feel like in some way they already made their choice. It's already done. Also, them trying to have this conversation with you is going to cause... It's like you're not open... Now bear with me, but it's like almost you're not open to changing the dynamic that you have with this person at this point. Nine of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords is a different deck, has come out, and then the Nine of Swords is at the bottom. You know, the one I was just showing you. Nine of Swords, and underneath is the Ace of Swords. So it's the same cards from different deck, like a couple of minutes later. What is this Ace of Swords? Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Oh, okay. Pisces, you're giving me that this person had a chance to feel like this towards you before, and we've established, is kind of what I'm getting from you saying, what I'm getting you saying, Pisces, we've established you don't want anything serious. You want to remain able to dip in and dip out and not be tied down, and you want your independence, you want to be single. So we've established that. So it's almost like you would feel like biting your tongue so you can hear them out, but that's what's like, it's almost like letting someone talk, but you already know what you're going to say. It kind of is giving me that it doesn't really matter what they say. You've already made up your mind, but you'll let them talk, basically. But this seems to me like you had your chance kind of thing. Also, in some way you knew that this would come back around when this person had made it their decision that they actually wanted to be more serious. You kind of had this inkling that they would come back around, so you've kind of prepped the answer for the moment that they did. So you could, I mean, but it's like you saw this coming, but at the same time. Okay, so what else can you tell me? What's going to be happening here for Pisces and this person? trapped sideways. It says stuck, tied down, captive. On the bottom of the deck is foundation, established family security. Did this person think that having a family would, you know, tie them down? They would be like imprisoned by having a family? Well, after that shuffling I was just doing, distance and realizations came out. So from having space from you, it's saying that they've had some sort of realization, and then foundation is back at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about the realization. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Tell me about the realization. Oh. Elusive came out, which says dishonesty, deception. But at the bottom of the deck is now it's family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Underneath family is commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. Pisces, it's basically saying that for the space that you've had from this person, it could have been quite a long space for some of you, that they have realized that it was less about being tied down, more about running. What's this? Dishonesty? That they hadn't let this go. That was the element of deception here. Hoping and clinging came out. Holding on, obsessing, expecting, faith, manifesting. Expecting could even talk about pregnancy as well. This is a strong thing about wanting a family, but this person kind of said that they weren't, they weren't into all of that. They didn't want a family before. So any advice? Let's get you an advice card to finish out. Any advice for Pisces, please? Any advice for my Pisces? Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. That's more for this guy. I say guy because it's the Page of Cups, but snake spirit, time to heal. Honestly, I think this person, I don't know if they're listening, but they need to be bold and forthright. Time to heal. This is talking about shedding a skin and transforming. Anything else? I mean, it's still... Tell me about snake spirit, please. One more on that. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Well, it could be talking about the fact that this person has gone through some sort of shedding of their previous skin that they were wearing energetically. Got another card talking about laying a solid foundation. I was just showing you that foundation card that was there twice. Basically, so that's the background, Pisces, for you. I don't see them doing it directly themselves first. I see it more like they might be sending a mutual representative to see if to find out if you would be willing to, would you want to hear from them again, or would you want to talk this through with them again if they wanted to do that with you, I feel like what it's saying is that for the majority of you, this resonates with, you're going to say, yeah, I'll hear them out, but you might already be prepping to tell them, but you want to be single, so what's the point of this conversation? That's what I've got for you this time, what's coming towards you next. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate at all, leave me a comment and let me know. I wish you all my very best. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, moving on to my Aquarius. Hello, my gorgeous Aquarius, how are you doing? So today is your base card for what is coming towards you next in love. You have the Magician. It's obviously one of 3 major arcana on the zodiac spread today. So the Magician talks about taking action and making things happen. Yes. This Magician, it feels, it could be potentially a little bit smoke and mirrorsy. A little bit. But yes, someone wants to pull a bunny out of their hat, basically, is what I'm getting off of that Magician. And for it to seem like they did something amazing. And it wasn't trickery. It wasn't like trick of the light. That's what I'm getting. Let's dive in. What is coming towards Aquarius next in love? Please tell me more about this Magician, please. What's coming towards Aquarius? Okay, so we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius major arcana. It was also our overall base energy for everyone today. So Temperance. Tell me more. Ooh. Whoa, Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. When I said you had one of the 3 major arcana on the spread out of 12 signs, and now you have 3 major arcana clarifying that. This is serious stuff, Aquarius. It's also, it's more of the divine plan happening here. Okay, what's going on? The bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords, then the Ace of Swords again. It's been there like... It was in Pisces reading that it came up a couple of times. 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 8 of Cups. So there's a clarity here about moving forward and leaving some things in the past, yes. It could be a clarity of a need to do that once and for all. These major arcana that have come out. This is talking about someone is in a balanced enough place to embrace the change and maybe make the change happen that they knew needed to happen, or even to just there's some sort of acceptance about a structure in some way, like a routine. Something that was routine in their life that routine needs to stop. And someone is there's a moment of peace here which allows for that realization. And then they're going about making some change as a result. What is this? What's this Magician doing? What's coming towards Aquarius next? What's this? This could be you as well, Aquarius. Obviously, if it's somebody else, apply that. But I am getting this could be you. Everything I just described. What's this Magician doing, please? Page of Cups in reverse. 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Why the Page of Cups in reverse? 9 of Pentacles. This feels like whoever this Magician is, this is someone who was worried about trying to do something on their own and not bring someone else along with them. They were worried that they weren't capable of doing something without someone else someone else's approval, involvement. So whoever this magician is felt like they needed to seek the approval, I keep getting, of someone else so that that person would continue to help them out and help them develop and do more. This is basically, this magician is realizing they're more than capable of doing stuff independently of whoever the other influence was. It's almost as well, they've figured out how to move forward themselves far better than, this is like they were getting advice from someone else that they thought was imperative, that they follow that advice, that person knows better. There's some sort of flash of a solution that this magician has got for themselves, and it means that they don't have to keep, I'm kind of getting like, placate whoever it was that they thought that they needed. But it was disingenuous, the whole setup, for some reason. Okay. Anything? What is coming towards Aquarius next in love, please? Tell me more. Judgment. God, another major arcana, Aquarius. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. Underneath it is the Star, which is your major arcana, Aquarius. Then the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. This could be something to do with a divorce or the end of a significant relationship. It could be something to do, if you share children with that person. It could be something to do with that as well. Yeah, see, even under the Ten of Pentacles there is the Seven of Cups, which is underneath the Magician. It's in Libra's position. But this is this dragon on the Seven of Cups card holds all the answers, apparently, in the scroll. But they are you see how this person is pleading to be allowed to have the wisdom from the dragon. And that, listen, spot on. Underneath, sorry, I don't know why I did the clicks. Underneath the Seven of Cups is the devil. So this person holding all the answers was also a manipulation tactic. That's what I was getting at the start about, like, this, whoever this dragon is representing wanted funnily enough, the magician to think that what they were doing was magic and it wasn't a trick of the light, basically. In some ways, this could have been, they wanted this, maybe you, Aquarius, to think that their advice was golden, and they'd done something really impressive, or they were so insightful, so wise. So this is basically the student who felt incapable of managing on their own. They have actually, there's a healing that's gone on, maybe about that frame of mind, and they don't need to keep placating or trying to placate the dragon so the dragon helps them out anymore. This is, see how the similarity in, like, this little guy here, or girl, in the Seven of Cups card, pleading for the information, pleading for the answers, is, it's reminded me of this Page of Cups is in reverse. It's also, so if this is you, Aquarius, this is also, the Tower here is the routine, or like the way you look at the world being shattered. So if you thought that someone was a guru, or this could even be like a therapist for some people, it's someone who positioned themselves in, like, you respected them. Obviously, it could be a parent, or it could be, it really could be anybody, but it's someone who, like, this is the illusion being shattered about that person in your life in the process of realizing that you are capable of doing stuff and knowing what to do on your own. However, so that could be difficult, but at the same time, I see that there's a lot of progress happening for you by this framework of what you thought which way was up being shattered. It hasn't given me a message really about your love life, although maybe for some of you that... Okay, let's just see. What does this... this one. What does that mean in terms of Aquarius's love life? Oh, engagement ring. Turned over immediately. Higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union. So if that was a therapist, that would be like a therapist going, no, you couldn't possibly get into another serious relationship. You need to do at least another 2 years of weekly sessions with me before you're at that stage. But, you know, the disingenuous element I was talking about is that therapist just wants bank for 2 years of being paid. It is manipulative influence. If that was the mother figure, for example, it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying so I can see the Empress is peeking at me from Sagittarius' position. But if that was a mother, they'd be saying that so that their son or daughter didn't get into a relationship, and they weren't relying on their mother as much. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. But tell me more about what this means for Aquarius's love life. Anything else other than engagement ring, blowing kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned, and paradise is at the bottom of the deck. Happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. I mean, that's the honeymoon. We talk about honeymoon phase, but it's also got engagement ring and going on honeymoon, but... Yeah, sunglasses came out, which says watching, looking, perception. At the bottom of the deck is sword and rose, clarity and truth, revelations, determination. So yeah, let's get you an advice animal for my Aquarius, please. Any advice for them for today? I like to guess sometimes. It normally doesn't. I just like to guess just in case. But I'm just wondering if the cat spirit, claim your independence, will come out. Let's see. For Aquarius, please. Nope. I'm going to keep guessing just in case of the day it does happen. Okay, you got flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Yeah. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. And whale spirit, trust the great mystery. With that flamingo spirit, the reason I said yeah is because it's kind of, it feels like it's not so much a planning stage, because the magician talks about taking action rather than just knowing you want to take action or knowing that you're going to take action. It is actually, you know, let's do something. But at the same time, there is this, like, with your particular reading, I'm not seeing like characters coming through so much, or it's more about this is changing your view of the world and your view of yourself, what you thought you were capable of, Aquarius. So, or obviously roles reversed. So it's more, I'm getting more as someone realizing that they're capable to be in a relationship, to have love. And now they can maybe manifest or take action with that new frame of mind. So it's like a bit of an in-between phase, but yeah, it's a positive positive shift for sure, Aquarius. So that's what I've got for you this time. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and if it did resonate at all, or if you just want to say thank you, then leave me a comment, and I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, moving on to my dear fellow Cappies. How are you doing, my Cappy crew? Thank you so much for all your amazing support, as always. So today, for your base card, what's coming towards you next in love? You do have the Five of Swords. It's probably up there, top 3, my least favourite cards in the tarot. But these readings can start off with like a card that I don't like and then improve, or, you know, let's just see. But yeah, Five of Swords is challenging because it's like, it's just some of my least favourite frequencies. It's like someone smiling in your face and talking shiz about you behind your back, or leaving out key details of, or even, I just got like dodging the key details, and, you know, we need to talk about X, but you're talking to me about the weather. It's that kind of thing. All right, so let's get into it. What's coming towards Capricorn next in love, please? Why is the Five of Swords here? Queen of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you didn't see the starting, don't worry about it, but there's a lot of cups today, and Aries did have the King of Cups, but yeah. You've got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, Cappy. Underneath it is the Five of Cups. So I was just chuckling because I was just talking about cups. The Death card, which is Scorpio, then the Four of Cups, and the Five of Wands. See, we've got a new beginning here, but someone's gutted because that also means that something is over. It could all be the same person. It could be like you, for example, Cappy, you're really happy about a new beginning, but it's also sour because that really means another situation is well and truly done. There's no coming back to it, or someone else could be feeling that way about your new beginning. So let's see. Tell me more about this Five of Swords, please. Six of Cups. And it came out on top of the Page of Cups for Pisces. Let's see. It's like memories, reminiscing, nostalgia. It is, it's missing someone, effectively. It's reminiscing about them. Tell me more for Capricorn, please. Tell me why the Five of Swords. Yeah, see, there's people in the mix here. You've got the Princess of Swords that came out crossing the Five of Swords like that. And then you have the Princess of Wands. Tell me more for Cappy, please. What's the deal with the Princess of Swords? Ace of Wands comes out now. I was just talking about it. The Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So someone's... you might have somebody around you when you're having this new beginning, Capricorn, who is reporting back to someone from your past. And you don't know that's going on. It's almost like the message is being carried. Look at this. That was quite a bit of shuffling, and several cards came out, but underneath the Eight of Cups, which shows this person who hasn't walked away from the scene, the devastation, also more cups, more spilt cups, but they haven't moved on, they have not left the building. Underneath it is the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles. He says Queen of Capricorn. Underneath the Queen of Pentacles, which is you, Capricorn, you have the Hierophant, and then the Four of Cups and the Five of Wands, and again, that's my point after that shuffling, and the Queen of Swords. This is basically like you sticking to a boundary. Someone did something, or the two of you had a falling out, and it you stuck to the fact that you weren't going to put up with that, you weren't going to enable that, and you weren't going to, you were serious. How much they put you off, you were dead serious with that Queen of Swords. This could be you getting into something someone has eyes on long term. It could even be the same person you had that falling out with. Somebody here has eyes on long term. They see you in their future. But they're hearing that there's the chance you're starting something, or that something is starting for you with somebody else. You're flirting with someone else. They could even be hearing about your life for some reason. Tell me more about this Five of Swords, please, for Cappy. Now the Five of Wands has come out. It's like someone is... that Five of Wands energy is so insistent. Like someone will be heard. Someone won't be ignored. Like you are not happy with whoever that is. But... they... It's almost like they're not going to let you keep ignoring them, which is very interesting. I'm trying to think of the word. It's interesting that they think it's up to them. Okay, let's dig in. Let's get this deck actually, because I feel there's some like... It's like someone wants to have it out with you, basically. That's what I mean. Like, they want to argue with you. Yeah, see? Okay, so Kissing ASS and Inside Scoop came out. Inside Scoop says a closer look, nosy up in your business. That's perfect. At the bottom of the deck, I can see unfazed and rejected. I told you there's someone who's like you don't know this is going on, but for example, if this was like a friend or I guess could be a co-worker, this is someone who is cozying up to you to find out about your dating life, and they are reporting back to somebody else, and that someone else wants to argue with you. And this unfazed and rejected is what I was talking about in terms of that Queen of Swords, Four of Cups. It's like they did something really overstepped. And you stuck to that. Like you went too far, that's it. I'm sticking to how I feel. Tell me more about this Kissing ASS to find out, to get, to cozy up to you to get a closer look in your business. Tell me more about that for... Dodging bullets came out in reverse. This would say blocking negativity, escaping crazy people. So there is somebody, Capricorn, who you want to steer clear of. And so there is someone else who's finding out the information for them because you're not letting them into your sphere of influence. Tell me more about this. It's what I'm saying about this Five of Swords thing at the start, because this is for someone who is straightforward and doesn't even think that people are doing shiz like this. They're just thinking, oh, you're being nice to me. You're asking about how my dating life is going because you're just being friendly or whatever. This is the Five of Swords of like, oh no, they're not being friendly. They are pretending so that they can pass the information on. We've got scarcity tactics that came out. It's a chess game. It's all scarcity tactics. Wasting time is at the bottom of the deck. Stuck, no changes, limited. Someone's telling you that someone you might have some passion with, or a new beginning which starts pretty passionately, Capricorn. Someone's telling you that it's a waste of time, and underneath it is happiness hater. But this scarcity tactics came out over on this person who the information is being funneled back to. Cap, this is so weird, but basically, yeah, you've got someone telling you that this new beginning, oh, I wouldn't, it's a waste, you don't want to do that, they're just going to waste your time. But they're doing it on behalf of whoever they're giving the information back to. Who are they giving the information back to? Okay, well, we know who's doing it. All right. Not what I asked, but karmic friends just came out on top of Inside Scoop, which is exactly what I was just saying about you. You just thought someone was being friendly. It says can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Bottom of the deck is girl fight. Arguments, well, it's competing, it's competitive girls. Or it doesn't have to be girls, it could be like, I'd probably say, yeah, I was going to say maybe it's the same gender as yourself. So if you're a guy, you could have, you know, who you thought was a guy friend who's actually competing with you. So it doesn't have to be, it could be. I know girls have male friends and guys have female friends, so just ignore. I'm just rambling. But who are these people giving information back to? Fucking hell. Fishing for comments. And C blocking. Okay. Wow. Anything else? Someone from your past. What does this person... That's who they're funneling it back to. And they are trying to C-block you. I don't know if the C word is even an issue with YouTube these days. Who knows? But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Even though it's clearly like an eagle or a bird of prey on there. Why couldn't they just use a rooster? Like, anyway, whatever. Eagle blocking. Whatever. Whoever, they are trying to block you from pursuing something with someone new, because for the sake, for the benefit of someone who wants you, who hasn't moved on from you. What does that person from the past want with Capricorn? The Star. It's Aquarius' major arcana. What do they want with Capricorn? The Death card. Scorpio's major arcana. That is... It could be healing, it could be destiny, it's transformation. Why? Why the Star and the Death card? The Magician. Jeez Louise. They could have strong Aquarius. Or you could, Capricorn. Wow. That is, they want everything to change. Everything to change. They want to make their wishes happen. A reality. They want the situation between the two of you to transform completely. And for their greatest wish to be a reality. Not much then, they don't want that much. What is their wish with you, Capricorn? What is this person's wish? The King of Wands came out with the Page of Cups. The King of Swords came out with the Knight of Swords. The World. Tell me about the night. I mean, they want to be able to show you that they care about you without losing any ground with you. Whatever happened before, they were still right. Like, they don't want to admit they were wrong, that what they did, how they were thinking, their take on a situation was in any way wrong. So, but I don't think that's necessarily. Oh, I mean, for some of you, they could be okay. They could be saying, Capricorn, that this is a dilemma for this person from the past who can't move on because they want to actually, maybe they want to say, I have seen things differently. They were so like up on a soapbox about one thing and adamant about it. They want to be able to say, I do kind of see your side of it. But there's also this element, if that's the case, then how do they do that without admitting that they made some sort of error? I just think this person, I don't know if this person is incapable of admitting what they can perceive to be failure, or that they ever had a shit take on something. Like, what did they say to Capricorn, this person? Irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Damage. We are both hurting from this. Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. Inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. Oh my goodness. This person does not let you go. And they are overwhelmed. Oh, jeez. I mean, is there anything you can tell me about the Ace of Wands person? Like the new person? Wow. Queen of Wands. Someone you're very attracted to. Wow. I mean, that could be it. You could be like, oh, I met someone and they are super gorgeous or super beautiful. And that is being... And so that you're going to have whoever that you're telling that to, who is getting the information, passing it back to the past person, is going to be telling you, oh, it's just a waste of time. There's nothing serious. They're just, you know, they're going to mess you about because, you know, someone like that, if they're attractive, blah, blah, blah. Anything else? Tell me about the new person. I cannot. Like, this previous person is so insistent. I mean, as in, I cannot believe how they are, like, pushing through. The Magician, the big version of the Magician came out with the Nine of Wands on top of the area for this past person. They are trying to pull strings, Capricorn, so that you don't give up on them completely and you give them... The Nine of Wands for me is having one last F to give. They basically are trying to manifest that one last F. As far as the new person, you're intending to head towards the new. With the Two of Wands, it came out on top of the Queen of Wands, the Three of Swords in reverse. You've cried enough about the past. And you are going to be, you are disappointed about having to make this choice because you felt like the person in the past wasn't honest about, they were never truly honest to you about their feelings or about the situation. You are disappointed, but you're intending to head towards the new. Anything else for Capricorn? Strength and Three of Pentacles. Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Lovers underneath it. I think the difficult thing here for you, Capricorn, is going to be actually letting go of the past yourself. You do have influences around you need to be aware of are trying to stop you from letting go of the past for that person's benefit or on their behalf. But, I mean, there is still this element of, why isn't that person talking to you themselves? Rather than trying to scare you into going back to them. And there's still this, like, resistance from them of, I don't know, a healthy adult relationship. So, it would still be very difficult to collaborate with that person when they're always right as well, apparently. That's what I've got for you this time, Cappy. I really hope it was useful for someone out there. There's definitely some heads ups in that reading. So thank you so much for being here again. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate at all, leave me a comment and let me know. I just want to say thanks. I'm always grateful. All right. So moving on to my beautiful Sagittarius. It's an hour in and I'm only on my 4th sign. Oh, good Lord. I am taking my sweet time today and I have to hurry up a little bit. Okay, Saggy, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Today is your base card for what's coming towards you next in love. You have the Empress, which is beautiful. Major Arcana, obviously it's associated with Taurus and Libra. It's also Venus energy. It is pretty awesome in this particular deck. She's obviously, the Empress is very powerful, divine feminine energy. But in this one, like, she's got the wings of an eagle. She's got an eagle emblazoned on her shield. You know, she's impressive. Like, a little bit, you know, a lot of people would find this energy intimidating. But absolutely resplendent, Sag. So let's see. It could be someone, you're in this energy. If you're in this energy, there could be someone that you work with who is developing feelings for you, basically. That's what I'm getting. They might be so impressed by you and what you do, especially maybe relating to your job as well, that they are catching feelings. It looks like, if that's the case, it looks like they're actually making some overtures towards you as well. Let's dive in. We'll get this one. For my Saggies, what's coming towards them next in love, please? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Very nice. It's like a mini Empress. It's like Nine of Pentacles evolves into the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles into the Empress. Wow. Jeez Louise. Sag. You have got the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess, the Hanged Man, and the Hermit. I mean, that is a lot of spiritual awakening. Good grief. That is, I want to say honouring something. It's like honouring some sort of truth, honouring yourself, honouring your inner voice. There is a lot of inner work that you've been doing. There's a lot of quiet reflection, maybe even removal from the outside hubbub or the noise of society. But you're listening to your inner calling rather than listening to influences. But like, everything is an influence, not just people selling clothes on Instagram, but like, we're fed influence every day, like all the messaging going on around us. you don't even have to skip the newspaper or not turn on the TV. You cannot walk down the street without having some sort of message, even if it's like an advert, or it's and all those adverts have a narrative attached to them in one way or another that they're using to sell the product or to get them hammer the message home or whatever. So it's constant messaging everywhere. Even if you are still walking about, Sag, and doing your thing, and you don't have to be hiding in a cave, but it's like you have found a wisdom to let it all wash over you. I'm actually just reminded of this, it's S and the City episode, I can't even say that, where Charlotte is, actually, she's hoping to get pregnant. I say actually because the Empress can talk about pregnancy as well. It doesn't have to be for you, don't worry about it. But she's trying to get pregnant, and she goes, I can't remember his name. She goes to a holistic, I think it's acupuncture, and there's like roadworks and everything going on the street, and she's like, how am I supposed to relax and, you know, let this treatment do its thing? And he kind of advises her, you've got to let, like, that all has to become white noise and just tune it all out. So basically, it's a long way of explaining what I'm getting from you here, Sag. It's a refined energy that you have here. So what does that mean for Sagittarius' love life? What's coming towards them? Okay, well, there had to be a twist in there after all that loveliness. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and the Page of Wands is underneath that. Okay, what's going on? Why the Wheel of Fortune? Because that's someone who... King of Wands in reverse. Whee! Oh, five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands underneath that. I don't like that at all. I just got a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of an energy of someone like coming to your door, like whimpering, needing aid, and I'm getting like fox imagery. Oh, I love foxes in real life. But like a fox that whimpers and gets let into the hen house for warmth. We've got the Five of Cups. It just came out. Oh my god. I was literally just thinking that your last two all signs was so awful. Like, not awful, but it was rough. It wasn't like, oh, everything's going to be great. No, it was a bit rubbish. I was like, I'm so happy that this one, you started out with the Empress and all that loveliness, but good gravy. The Five of Cups came out, and the Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Funnily enough, I was just talking about that whimpering energy of like, I'm so hurt, I'm so sad, please help me. Yeah, seriously, underneath the Ten of Swords is the Six of Pentacles. Look how generous, how open, you know, Mikasa is Tsukasa, etc. I have so much, I'm the Empress, please come in, warm yourself by the fire, blah, 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 blah. Dude. What's going on? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Smacked out. High Priestess. Okay. So there is going to be Three of Swords. Came out on top of the King of Wands. There is a knowing with someone coming towards you, Sag, that this person is going to break your heart in some way. Now, that doesn't have to be like romantic. They could break your heart by causing a reversal of your fortune, basically. Now, it doesn't just have to mean money either. Like, we're fortunate in many ways, like, other than just money. Like, our peace is fortunate. If you have peace and you're not riddled with stress and unhappiness, you're very rich, you know? Okay, let's... God. Tell me more about what's coming towards Sagittarius next, please. What is coming towards Saggy next, please? crying over you, sad, hurt, upset, came out on top of the Three of Swords, but then at the bottom of the deck is grudge holder. Oh, Sag, this feels like someone who maybe you had some sort of history with them in the past. They're very upset over you, but they want to do something to spite you, to act out some sort of revenge, because they are hurt. You hurt them. You may have hurt them because they lost you. Like, but I mean, I hope that makes sense. It's like, not you didn't hurt them, they hurt themselves, but they've equated it to you hurt me. Creeping. The bottom of the deck is ego. Hurt ego. See? Ego getting in the way, well, getting in the way of the relationship. But I mean, the King of Wands in reverse is extremely can be egotistical, but also be someone with a very fragile ego. And trust me, those people are. I some of my least favorite energies, the fragile ego, like some element here. I don't like it, Sag. This underneath the ego is groupie and travel. So for some of you, you're doing things with other people. You could be going on holidays with some people, but you didn't bring this person. That would be a significant message for some people to know who this is. They're upset that they weren't invited to the Empress's party, effectively. Okay. Anything else from this deck? The Dirty Offer card came out on top of the Magician. I have to pause. I'm going to have to pause. I will put up a part 2 straight after this one, okay? So stick around, please come back for that. Thank you. So I didn't actually know if there's a new function. I must have updated my phone updated itself overnight because I normally never do it. And there's now a function to pause in the middle of a recording, which is a godsend actually. But so I didn't have to go anywhere and try and put up part 2, so thank God. So anyway, let's carry on, Sag. Sorry about that. So getting back to you, what is this dirty offer that I showed you that came out on top of the Magician? Because this feels, it doesn't have to be that this person is making you an offer. Even like, you see the hands coming around a door frame? It's quite intimidating actually. This could just be they're trying to get in. This is a lot. You see how creeping as well? Be particularly careful of anyone coming into your home, like your literal home, Sag, because this, I just feel, wow, threatening came out, intimidating, threatened, bothered. I just said the word, I just said with this, that is quite intimidating, and there it is. Yeah, don't like this at all. I'd be very careful. At the bottom of the deck is hustling, but this is where you're at with the Empress at the start of all this, making it rain, focused on money, getting it. This person is trying to get in the door somehow, effectively, so that they can take that away from you, effectively, because they feel slighted, that you're, especially for those of you going on and being so in your resplendent Empress self, you've put someone's, you've damaged someone's very fragile ego, that they're not going along with you. And I feel like you might be generous to them, because an Empress would be as well. But let's just see, how does Sag feel about this person? How do they feel about this person? They feel like, so you feel like this person is your, you do have a bit of a wall up to them, but this is like someone who you're still willing to be friends with. Nine of Wands, the Three of Cups behind that. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and then the Five of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. This almost like this person, when I said reversal of fortune, it's also almost like they actually want to have what you have, and for you to have what they have, which apparently is not that much, because they're intimidated by you, and their approach is to take it from you. So this is because I just could see the deck splitting slightly, so I had a look, and it's the Four of Cups. It's basically, this is like someone who feels like you're up in your ivory castle, and you consider them like a peasant, so therefore they should have what you have. It's awful, actually, but you... okay. I would just say slam the door straight in their face. And just be very careful. Because with I think I told you the High Priestess came out before I had to pause. Sorry about that again. So that you do know this person's going to cause you nothing but pain. Some part of you does. Any advice for Sag with this, please? I hope that made sense, what I'm trying to say. It's like someone who feels so entitled. It's like an eat the rich kind of energy, but whoever this is feels like they should have everything you have, and rather than work on themselves, work for it, they want to take it from you. So be very careful. Any messages of advice for Saggy, please? For some of you, I guess this is an ex-lover who it didn't work out with, but you're willing to still be friends with. Nope. Frog Spirit came out. Clear out the clutter. Yeah, there's no need to hold on to this person in your life. No. If they come, it's gonna sound so harsh, but in my head, I heard drop them off at the charity shop and leave it at that. Only because when I clear out my wardrobe, which I need to do more often, I normally just give it straight to the charity shop, because yeah. Just rather than try and sell, I don't know, people who try and... I'm going to go into a rant, I'm going to annoy someone, so don't worry about it, but just the whole thing about, let me try and sell this for 50p online. No, just give it to charity. So, just if this person needs help, point them in the direction of someone who will, is there to provide charitable support in this case, which isn't you. Anything else for Sag, please, or did I say everything? Come on. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. pig spirit is at the bottom of the deck. Use your mind wisely. Also a symbol of, well, I was thinking like the piggy bank, like a symbol of abundance in some ways, and savings as well. But yeah, groundhog spirit. This is going to be basically same shiz, different day. It's time to stop. It's time to stop expecting, I guess, like this person to be a good person. Like if they've shown you who they are before, they will only show you that again. Yeah, that's what I've got for you this time, Sag. Again, apologies for the slightly disjointed bit, and also a tricky message. So just be careful, and you know, you've worked very hard to get into this energy. Don't let someone else with very fragile ego and no work ethic apparently take it from you. Just you don't have to be. You don't have to be a doormat to be a good person. Okay, so that's what I've got for you this time, Sag. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it resonated at all, or you just want to say thanks, and leave me a comment and let me know. Well, not let me know. You know what I mean. I'll speak to you soon. Good grief. Okay, moving on. Scorpio. Hello, my lovely Scorpios. How are you doing? So today is your base card for what's coming towards you next in love. You have the Four of Pentacles. So I'm getting like toughening up, basically. Maybe solidifying something, making something solid and tough. And because I'm really drawn with this Four of Pentacles card, there's a diamond pictured on one of the pentacles. I'm really drawn to kind of pressure, that phrase, pressure makes diamonds. So it could be pressure testing a situation is what's coming into my mind, to see if something can withhold, something is strong enough. Also maybe to make it stronger. I wouldn't recommend intentionally testing someone, because that's a little bit, I don't know, but manipulative potentially. I don't think any of us like to be tested, but the universe tests us enough. We don't need our lovers to test us intentionally as well. I'm sure they, you know, sometimes there are testing situations, but let's just let them happen naturally rather than trying to implement tests. You wouldn't set your boyfriend or girlfriend an exam. I hope. I don't know. But that's what I'm getting. There's a testing situation. There is maybe, well, you know what this could be? Would be like testing out something. So if it would, this could be, for example, like, could we handle the responsibility of having a pet or a dog or something? So let's foster one until obviously it gets adopted by its forever family, and we'll see if how we do. Or, you know, could we handle having a baby? Let's test the strength by, we'll borrow your brother's nightmare 3-year-old and see if we can handle him for the weekend, and we'll go from there. That's kind of what I'm getting, Scorpio. So let's find out more. What's coming towards Scorpio next in love, please? So maybe there can be intentional, yeah, strength testing. Haha! Stop. The Four of Pentacles came out, and it came out on top of the Strength card. I was just saying strength testing. The connection. It's the same card. It is the same card. First card that comes out. Okay. But this Four of Pentacles is more... okay, so there's been some holding back. There's been... So on this particular strength card, this guy actually looks like, funnily taking it back to dogs, this looks like when your dog picks up something off the street and you have to launch your arm straight down their mouth to get it out before they eat something toxic or whatever. Listen, look. That any dog parent knows what that is. That is, what have you got? Let me just... You just don't even think about it, you just do it. So, but there's something that, okay, but interestingly, this is, one person's, this is, would be like the, sorry, just going to roll with this metaphor. This would be like the dog being like, no, 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 I want to keep this toxic thing that is absolutely, it's going to cost a fortune at the vets later because I want to eat it. I want to keep, it's mine. Someone's reaching down there and going, no, you can't have it. It's not good for you. What is this all about, Scorpio? Okay, what is this? What's the struggle over? It could be could be a power struggle, or someone is holding on to something that someone is like, you have to let this go. What is that? What is the struggle over? Eight of Swords. Someone's frame of mind, someone's mindset is holding them back, potentially. Three of Pentacles. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. What's the Eight of Swords about, please? The King of Cups came out on top of the Three of Pentacles. King of Cups is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Aries already also has the King of Cups for their base card today, but this is making something work, potentially, with either your counterpart or this is you, Scorpio. You want to make it work. What is someone holding on to with that Four of Pentacles that is holding them back? What are they holding on to? Tower in the World. Not much then. Tower in the World came out together. This could be... There you go, the Fool. And the Fool... You start the new journey of the Fool when you've completed it. Completed the last one. So someone really needs to embrace something, their previous journey being completed. Maybe it feels incomplete in some way because of how it ended with the Tower. Maybe someone feels like... Because, to be fair, in the journey of the Major Arcana, the Tower is not like the card before the World at all. After the Tower comes the Star. I can't remember the order exactly, but I know I think it's the Moon and then the Sun after that, and then Judgment and then the World. But anyway, there's quite a few more steps of energies before you get to the World. So maybe someone feels like there was so much more that they needed to do for that all to be wrapped up. They weren't done yet. Maybe it felt like an incomplete or like sudden, yes, it fell apart, but like there needs to be more that happens after that's still, but someone's basically like, no, just let it go. There's nothing, you don't need to experience any more than you already did in that situation. Okay, let's get some more. How is Scorpio feeling about what's going to be happening next, please? What's coming towards Scorpio next in love? How is Scorpio going to be feeling? Oh, distance, separation, space, blockage. There's the mental block as well, mental prison with the Eight of Swords. Scorpio... Whoever's resonating in the Scorpio in this reading, it's like you would feel like you would be being disloyal by choosing a new direction. Intuition came out in reverse. And that's what's blocking you, is like a sense that you should still be loyal to something that is effectively already done. Intuition in reverse, it says heart, song, telepathy, inner knowing. So definitely a sense of confusion and emotional storm. So very troubled, very like a lot of turmoil about what is happening here. Tell me more about how Scorpio's feeling. Going to be feeling, yeah, well, for sure. Cloudy judgment, unbalanced, distorted. So definitely that, you know, the answer is not coming from your gut about what to do here. Family came out. Fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Funnily enough, I was just talking about borrowing someone else's child to see how you do with it. You know, in terms of looking after it. Okay, and then, so at the bottom of the deck we have mistakes and releasing. Misunderstood, victim, lost soul, letting go, moving on, walking away. It is a bit like you're still, maybe this would really seal the fate of the past. Did I say that to somebody else? Was it Capricorn? No. Anyway. Why family? Oh, so much confusion, Scorpio. Well, I already said how cloudy judgment was here for how you're feeling, and then confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. So, okay, this doesn't have to be about the past. It could be with that Tower, the World, and the Fool, that you feel like starting a family with your person would be a mistake. Like, we shouldn't do that right now. But at the same time, I feel like you don't know. So one day came out, someday, somewhere, another time, and beginnings at the bottom of the deck. Try again, new direction, start over. This is very specific. What just came to mind for some of you, you may have, and I don't know, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before in a reading. So I'm going to start by saying this could be a bit of a trigger for anyone who's experienced something like this. So just bear in mind. And also I say this with the deepest condolences if you've experienced this. But if someone experienced, for example, a miscarriage or anything in that kind of area, I'm not going to go on about that, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like your partner may want to try again, to start a family. Let's try again. But if that's the case, then Scorpio, you're kind of saying like you would feel like you were betraying the pregnancy that didn't come to full term before by trying to begin again. Very specific. It's definitely, I get this. It doesn't seem more like this doesn't feel about it's about like letting one romantic relationship go and to be with someone else. You don't know if you should do that, even though the other situation's already, you know, it doesn't give me that. It gives me more about you and your partner deciding whether it's you should give something serious a go, not a go, but you know, take that leap into a whole new chapter together. It is giving the message that there is potentially something that you're holding on to, Scorpio, that is it was never intended to I'm sure, how can I put this delicately, because this is a delicate reading, but this would be like if a family member had passed, for example. I think this is easier to talk about in some ways, although I've experienced this myself with that. So again, it's not easy and I do sympathise heavily. But it would be like if a family member, a very significant one, passed and your partner still is like, well, you know, we should still crack on and grow our family. But it would feel like someone, it's like you, Scorpio, is saying it would feel like a betrayal to that my so-and-so, because it's too fresh after we just lost them and it was horrendous and it came out of nowhere. But it's like the cards here are saying that the person who passed would never have wanted you to, I'm getting a bit emotional, so bear with me, but they would never have wanted you to hold on to their passing to the point that it became almost like something that would poison your living. Yes, that's what I'm getting. I'm trying not to get emotional because, yeah, that's the message that came through, Scorpio. Let me get some tea. Okay, let's get you a advice. Let's get you a spirit animal card for advice. My Scorpios, what advice, please? Thank you. Turtle spirit, first one out. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so yes, we don't have to go full blazes. We don't have to rush. This is lovely. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. At the bottom of the deck is turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. That's a lot of like turkey spirit. I'm personally, I don't eat meat, but I know obviously with Thanksgiving that turkeys are significant, like symbolism, and also the idea of giving thanks and being grateful. There's also with this buffalo, there's a lot of abundance, love, there's a lot around to be grateful for, and it's almost like you have more than enough, basically, is also a message coming through. Now, I'm not saying that you have more than enough where you're at, so there's no need to grow. I'm not saying that. But it's like if you were worried for some reason, if you would be able to provide, if you grew, I mean, again, it doesn't have to be a child. It could be expanding, you know, to give your love to more animals, for example. But it's basically saying that there will be enough to go around. But yes, slow and steady wins the race. Grow in gentle, incrementally steps, rather than you don't have to run and reach the finish line immediately. It's about the journey, not the finish line anyway. Anything else for my lovely Scorpios? Oh gosh, okay. Oh yeah. We've got electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. So that is it's creation of bringing, yeah, creation from, if you've envisioned something, you can actually bring it into, out of your mind into reality. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck is sandpiper spirit, be playful. Have fun, enjoy life as well. Oh, Scorpio, was not expecting that, but that's what I've got for you this time. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope it was useful for someone out there, and I send you all my love if it did resonate. And yeah, please do hit the thumbs up button for me if you'd like to. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate, obviously you don't have to, you know, it's your private details, but you can just say, yes, it resonated, or leave me a comment and just say thank you. Then it's very supportive, so thank you. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, moving on to my gorgeous Libras. Hi Libra, how are you doing? So today is your base card, what's coming towards you next in love. You have the Seven of Cups. Okay, let's see, because the Seven of Cups can talk about options and needing to choose, but it can also, you know, do you want this one, do you want that one? But it can also be confusion, and it can also be a distortion of, like, I'm seeing like a house of mirrors where maybe there is one cup in there, but you're not looking at it, you're looking at a reflection of it. and it's somewhere else. What the hell does that mean? That just came out. Let's get this one. Maybe so if that was love life, you might be looking at someone and being like, oh yeah, I'm really interested in starting something with them. But it might be that your affection for them is that they remind you of somebody else. Or for others, it's kind of the message of you're thinking you're looking at the right option for love, but your real Ace of Cups is behind you. You're looking at a reflection of it. All right. For Libra, please. What's coming towards Libra? Check my dog's okay. He's fine. What's coming towards Libra next in love, please? The Magician. Shot out. It actually landed on top of this tarot deck. Okay, so when I've got like all my tarot decks lined up here on the table, so sometimes cards land on top of them, so I have a look at what it landed on, because it's kind of like the card pointing me at that card as well, and it was the King of Cups. So Magician with the King of Cups, but interestingly above you in the line on the table today, you have Aquarius above you today, and it's the Magician. But the Magician, this one that's come out is also, it's a bit of manipulation. It's a bit of pulling strings. It's because you see this guy with his hand, it's almost like a puppeteer, like working a marionette. So there could be a bit of manipulation going on, Libra, from someone with the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck wanting you to choose them. Maybe over somebody else. Aries got the King of Cups, by the way, for their base card, if there's an Aries involved. Or to change your... Well, it could also be someone trying to change your mind of the direction you thought you were going to go in. Let's see. Tell me more of this for Libra. Tell me more. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles came out. On top of the Empress, so this feels like someone that you've shut out. Could be working behind the scenes, because we have the Moon that kind of came out almost on top of the Five of Pentacles. So the Page of Swords also came out crossing the Magician. See, it's funny because I was talking about that House of Mirrors metaphor, but you see how there's an Ace of Swords here, but it's behind them, funnily enough, as I just said. And they're not looking in the direction of the truth. They're not looking at the truth. They're being distracted. This is like, you think about a magician, it's like, watch me, watch my eyes, don't watch my hand, watch my eyes, don't watch my hand. It's like someone is doing something, keeping your gaze, so that, oh, next minute, oh, what's this? A bouquet of flowers I've pulled out of my... whatever. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. What's going on? What is this magician trying to do? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers. It's Gemini's major arcana. Why the Eight of Pentacles before I say that? The Empress. Good grief. And the Two of Cups. Oh, God. Jesus. The Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Underneath the Two of Cups is the Hierophant and Judgment. I almost want to say this is someone who wants you back, Libra. Who is... Okay, let's get some more. They think that the two of you are supposed to be together. They are convinced that the two of you are soulmates. Let's get this deck actually. What does this person want to say to Libra, please? And whatever they're doing is to take your eyes off the truth of the situation and get you to focus on them, or focus on pouring your effort, your energy. It's to distract you. That's what it is. Is whatever you're looking at, there's someone here pulling your strings to distract you and take your eye off the ball, and give them your energy instead of somebody else. Reveal came out in reverse. I want to tell you the truth. No, they don't. They do not want to tell you the truth. What is that? Destiny came out. It says I'm struggling to find the right path. Well, I mean, this is what I was talking about with the Seven of Cups. You're trying to make a choice about which direction is the right one to go in. This person actively wants to deceive you. I mean, it seems that it's for... What is this reminding me of? Sorry, it's reminding me of some pop reference. I don't know if it was a Friends episode. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. It would be like you have a big, important first date with someone that you really like. This person throws some sort of spanner in the works, but it's so that like... They come up with some sort of story so that you don't go out on your date, and instead you spend the whole evening helping them out with something, or like they say they've got to cook a meal for their mum or something really important. I can't think of anything. And they have like a project that's due for work or school or something. Not school. Hopefully no one that age is watching. But like, I don't know, their further education after university or whatever. So in the effort, there's going to be a moment here, Libra, where this person wants you to spend all your time helping them out with something that's come up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this has happened. And oh, I'm not going to be able to finish this on my own. And oh, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. But no, don't you worry about me. You go enjoy your date. Oh no, I'm so sorry. So that you're like, oh, well, let me help you with this instead of going on that date. That's basically, I hope that makes sense. Maybe it's just like a generic TV story or something. There's some sort of reference I'm trying to remember, but anyway, I hope I described it well enough for you so you know what I'm talking about. What do they not want to... It said they don't want to tell you the truth. That's what I was saying. They literally want you to look away from the truth of what's really happening here. But what is the truth? And they want you to be confused about which direction to choose. Oh, okay. Funny enough, I was just saying that about direction, and then travel came out. So for some of you, you could have some sort of opportunity or a choice to move, whether it's to move internationally, to go on a business trip or a holiday or something. But the fact, it seems like there's some sort of choice here that also it's big enough for you to be like, I don't know if I should do this or not. So it's probably not a holiday. It's probably more like you have the opportunity to go work in a different, like if you're in London or the UK, then it's the opportunity to work in New York or Hong Kong or something, but you'd be there for a year placement. and you don't know what to do. This person is... This person who thinks you're destined to be together, and they're going to try and pull some strings to make sure you put your effort into them instead of thinking about going off in another direction. They are a bit resentful that you're doing so much better than them after the two of you, after it ended. So an element of why they might be also doing all of this. I mean, they're telling themselves that it's because the two of you are meant to be together, and you're meant to be married, or you're already spiritually married or something. But there's also an element of they don't want you to fly higher than they have any chance of doing themselves. Okay, so that's what I've got. I mean, let's get you a spirit animal card, Libra, as well. But I think you know what I'm talking about here, so just watch for that. And if that rings a bell, then that's what is going on. Any advice for Libra, please? Got Chameleon Spirit, which came out first, which I haven't seen for ages, and it's a beautiful card. It says act as if, but you think about chameleon, they kind of they blend. It would be like a chameleon that can be sitting on a rock, but they are the camouflage experts because they will blend in with that rock. They'll change their colours to so you can't see that there's a chameleon there, you just think there's a rock there. One more for Libra, please. Oh, that's like 10. That's way too many. Hold on. Okay. Spider Spirit came out on top of Chameleon, so I'm going to take this. It says, make your dreams real. You also think, I mean, again, the imagery here, like the spy, I was just talking about that chameleon kind of, you think it's a rock, it's actually a chameleon sat there, but also someone's spinning a bit of a web here to keep you enmeshed with their stuff. Canary Spirit also came out. Sing your own song. So I feel like it's almost time for you to take the path that is about validating yourself, but like, that's not the right word. Oh my God, that is about honoring your voice. Whatever that means for you individually. That's the message that I got come through. So this is what I've got for you this time, Libra. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate at all, or you just want to say thanks, leave me a comment and let me know. And thank you so much for being here. Okay, so moving on to my beautiful Virgos. Hi, my Virgos. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. So today, you have, for your base card, what's coming towards you next in love, you have Strength. So something could be a little bit trying, a little bit uncomfortable. I was talking about this a lot for Scorpio, but that was a bit of a rough reading, so we'll leave that there. But it's actually giving me, it's funny how you just look at a card 100 times and it can transform, like you can see different messages coming through. This is almost giving me that this lion on this Strength card has like a toothache. Some sort of rotten tooth needs to be removed, but and the lion wants the help of the guy here. It's normally the Empress, but this is a very masculine looking Emperor. Oh, maybe it is. Anyway, it's a very masculine looking Empress. It's normally the Empress paired with the lion on the Strength card. But anyway, whoever this person is, this lion wants their help, but they also know it's, you know, the process of them yanking it out, it's not going to be comfortable. Okay. Let's dive in, shall we? This one. For my Virgos, what is coming towards them next in love? King of Swords. It's air energy, Aquarius, the Libra, Gemini, the Three of Swords. The Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. King of Swords here is very cold and analytical in their approach. I just got Mama didn't raise no quitter go through my head. Why? I don't know why that popped in. Like, this King of Swords is kind of peed off, and like their hackles are up, but and they're maybe hurt, but they are persisting with the situation anyway and kind of keeping that all to themselves. Lies and that's a bit of like, it's giving me like burying any issues, and it has a tendency to explode. Okay, so basically, if this is you, Virgo, coming through as a King of Swords, then the Hanged Man just came out. This is like you're annoyed and you're hurt, really bothered by something actually, but you're going to not act yet with the Hanged Man. This is like, let me see how this plays out first. This is like withholding judgment for now until a later date. The Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. This could be, it's like trying to collaborate with someone whilst also being concerned and feeling, thinking, whilst you're trying to work with that person, you're thinking more about what attention are they giving to other people. This feels like finding out that you thought someone was exclusive, but maybe you didn't have that conversation yet, and you just found out that they are still seeing other people for the time being, because the two of you aren't exclusive yet, with that Knight of Wands energy as well. I mean, the thing is with this this strength card I was talking about in terms of someone's this is really hurting that lion to go through that. But they're also, it really hurts, but they're really trying very hard to trust the process, basically. The process is hurting though. But at the same time, yeah, okay. What's coming towards Virgo next in love? Please tell me more. The World came out. Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there is a climactic moment coming. It could have been something that someone hadn't revealed before, because we've got the Four of Swords underneath Judgment. Maybe even revealing it is going to be difficult. Whoever didn't reveal this before feels like they may have... they might have known what they were doing, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. They might have... if they're being honest with themselves, they knew they didn't reveal this on purpose. Because that was going to be a difficult conversation and they were having too much of a good time. and it might have destabilized what was starting. There is a confusion relating to someone in the past that they need to set straight to be able to move forward. Basically, let's get some messages from the person who is revealing. What are they revealing? That could even be you, Virgo. It could be you revealing something to somebody else, and that could also be painful to get that rotten, something that's turned into a rotten tooth inside your mouth because of how long, you know, you sealed up your mouth rather than just extracting it a long time ago. It's a weird metaphor, but whatever. Someone a dentist? But it could be you revealing, and it's difficult. What is being revealed? Ooh, it's overwhelming. Well, overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. Mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Oh God, someone. Okay. The other thing shadow side is at the bottom of the deck. You made me realize my flaws, my wrongs, my flaws. This is the running theme here. Oh God. For some, what is being painfully revealed is maybe someone spoke to an ex, reached out to an ex, or if at some point in the past you and this person were on a break, they may have hooked up with an ex. That's kind of the vibe. They feel like whatever they did, that was a mistake. They want to work to make up for it in the present and to move forward. They want the two of you to move forward. But, so this is like, this information being revealed, it's not easy for either person, not taking sides or anything, but like whoever's revealing it, they have to get it out because it's hurting them not to. And it's almost like the longer it stays in there, the more damage it's going to do. But it's also very painful for the person finding out about this. Feels like a bit of a betrayal. Very painful. Mama didn't raise no quitters. We're still going to carry on working at this situation for now. This is like I'm withholding judgment about what this means for us. And what the future will look like now. Like it's, I'm going to give it some more time to see where we land. But not happy in the meantime. And there's a lot of, like, whoever's revealing this, they erred big time. They have a lot of work to do. So let's get you one of these for Virgo, please. Message of advice for my Virgos, please. Eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. I mean, spirit. Well, also, the other card I can see is dog spirit, which says be loyal to what you love. Was this person loyal? I don't know. With that eagle spirit, eagles fly, you know, are able to fly extremely high up in the sky. I don't mean to rhyme. And they can often see, like, if symbolism-wise, they can see the bigger picture more than we can down on the ground. Anything else for Virgo, please? This might not have been a literal physical slept with an ex. It could have just been I reached out to them and I shouldn't have done, you know, I regret it now, etc. White Raven spirit came out, which is very rare and beautiful. Trust in the magic. Anything else for Virgo, please? Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. I mean, there's a lot of trust the process here, which I think I said about from the start in terms of like this King of Swords' approach. Like, they're not happy, but they're going to trust the universe has a plan here, or like the divine has a plan. It's almost like this King of Swords, whether it's you, Virgo, or your person who you're revealing something to, is there's no, let's make no bones about it, they are not a happy chappy. But it's like, it'd be like, I do trust the universe, but there are limits, you know what I mean? Like, the universe better have a bloody good explanation of why I'm having to go through this. But yeah, all right, I'm willing to hear the reason. Like, I'm willing to see the wisdom in going through this. Okay. That's what I've got for you this time, my lovely Virgos. I hope it was useful for someone out there. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate at all, leave me a comment. Let me know. Okay, moving on to my gorgeous... Where are we? Sorry, I'm doing the zodiac backwards. One sec. Leo, of course. Leo. Hi, Leo. You've got the Eight of Pentacles today, of what's coming towards you next in love. So on this particular Eight of Pentacles card, there is a light bulb, and then there is an anvil and a hammer. There, oracle deck. I think it's called Hammer. That's the name of the oracle card, and it's like, I think it shows an anvil, which is why it's just reminded me. But it's talking, that card is talking about persisting, working on, repairing, reforging something that seems broken. You know, we have the technology, we can repair him, kind of thing. Not him, but like, it's a reference. Anyway, so there seems to be potentially, it's not back to the drawing board energy, it is epiphany of how something could be repaired, basically, is what I'm getting. Let's get this one. Tell me more for Leo, please. What is coming towards Leo next in love? Sorry, like, a chunk of cards just came out. Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords came out at the bottom of the deck is, guess what? It's the Eight of Pentacles. You remember, the same card. So someone here is stressing about putting the work in. And to the point that, so underneath the Eight of Pentacles is the Four of Pentacles. At some point in this situation, someone was resisting or reluctant to, or overthinking of like, where would that get me? Putting the work in. So because of that, they weren't working on a situation, because I'm trying to think of a good metaphor here, but it would be like maybe that their effort would be wasted. It would be a waste of their energy or resources. So they, rather than try, they wanted to withhold. But it feels like, am I right? There's kind of like a solution about how to put the work in now, because now there's a way to make it work. Seven of Wands came out sideways. The Ten of Pentacles came out. And the Empress and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So Seven of Wands sideways, maybe some resistance has waned, or the resistance, the obstacles may still be there, but now someone's got an answer to them. Tell me about the... Okay. Seven of Cups sideways came out. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot. See, someone's really determined to move forward. They actually, and the Chariot literally talks about overcoming obstacles. So think about like speed bumps on the road. That Chariot is gonna have the power, the determination, if you like, to ride over those speed bumps. Yes, the speed bumps are still there. They still exist, but the Chariot can handle them. So why is the Seven of Wands sideways? What's changed? The Six of Pentacles. Five of Wands sideways. There seems to have been like a third party element that was a because I got all these wands. Someone was complicating a situation. It's like there were okay, it would be like, I want to work on this with them, but if I do, then I have to work on it with their bloody mother as well. Something like, or I have to, if I want to be with them, I have to deal with their friends who are awful. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like, or if I want to be with them, then I also have to give their child money. Like I'll be expected to do that too. It's like there was a third party element of some sort that was like, if you want to put the work in with that person, then you also have to answer to me in one way or another. And that, okay, so why is that changed? We have the Hermit, which is Virgo's major arcana. Virgo got Strength, by the way, which is Leo's major arcana. Tell me about the Hermit. It's like, the Hermit is, you know, when you don't know what to do, rather than taking any more action, which is what I was saying, trying to say with the Eight of Pentacles, the Four behind it. It's like, rather than keep bashing my head against a brick wall here, or like figuratively, like, instead of keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, I need to stop, I need to withdraw. And it is a bit like going back to the drawing board in that regard and figure out a different way of doing it. But it's like someone's had that. Okay, oh wait, why don't if we do it this way? Then all the parties are going to be happy. So Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands came out. That is feeling the weight of responsibility, the being weighted down, potentially, by... Is this a child that someone had with somebody else? Yeah. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Underneath it is the Empress and the Six of Swords. So this is an ending that already happened with an Empress, which can represent a mother or a wife. But this is there was already an ending with that person, and they've moved, they've left the building. Underneath there was the Nine of Wands. So they may have left, but they weren't about to then make things easy or simple for you, Leo. Yeah, Two of Cups in reverse. This was this is an end of a relationship with someone else that was... so it might also be, I want to make something work with so-and-so, but like... every time I do, you know, the ex is kind of imposing restriction on me to make sure that my life is a nightmare if I try and have what I want. So apparently there's been some sort of solution here. So let's get some of these. This could be something to do about child support, or like providing more child support. The deck is that big. First card that comes out, love triangle. Third party. Listen, look how that one lady is giving these two a lecture as well. Like dictating how their life is going to go. Again, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be a friend or a family member or something. But I was getting strongly this was about something that, like a relationship that had already ended. That's so funny. That's what. Wow. Threatening came out. Intimidating. Threatened. Dirty offer. Oh my god. And why? Threatening what? So it could also be like, if you get into a new relationship, I'm gonna, and I don't get something from you, then I'm gonna tell the new person horrible things about you. Bankrupt, I'm gonna take you to the cleaners. Jesus Christ. Wow, Ain't Shiz came out on top of Love Triangle. I swear, this is an ex who threatened to tell the new person how to warn them off you, basically, or assign your role in that. So what's the solution? What solution did Leo come to, or whoever? Oh, okay. Marrying for money came out. Oh, now it twigs. Because I was like, is Leo actually paying this person who's kind of like blackmailing them a little bit? No. The Ten of Pentacles. Whoever was doing that, probably like a vindictive ex, they might be getting into money basically by either marrying someone else who's wealthy, who's sorted finances wise. They don't need to be like blackmailing Leo, for example, anymore. Someone else has taken this person off of your hands, Leo, if you're resonating as the person who had this ex doing this. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, it's not funny, haha, but fucking hell. Fake Smiles came out on top of Love Triangle. But listen, just if this is the case, just wish them well. Oh, congratulations on your new marriage, your new relationship with so and so who's really rich. So I'm happy for you. And then get the hell away from them. Yeah. My dog wants me to stop talking, but I've got 4 more signs to do after this, so unfortunately. Yeah. Too Busy Winning and Running came out as well. It's so interesting. This person was, okay, we've got on top of Fake Smiles, Inside Scoop, A Closer Look, Nosy Up in Your Business. Like, whoever this vindictive ex, like, if you're so happy, or if you were so good moving on and leaving, Leo or your ex, your relationship in the past, then why are you still up in their business? Listen, I think this is why this is also sideways. It's some solution, some some resistance, some obstacles have gone away. This person could still, especially if you have a child with them or something, they could still be floating around. Maybe if you live in the same neighborhood as them, or if you're going to cross paths with them, they might be like smiling in your face, talking shiz about you behind your back, because they also want to know what's going on with you, because they're still so interested, rather than like, why do you care what your ex is up to, if you're over them or whatever. It might just be they want to know that they're doing better than you, for example, or just that kind of petty, vindictive stuff. So they might still be floating around, but the main thing is that their status improving in their life, for some reason, their money improving, is a good, like, great. Be happy for them, because it actually allows solutions for you to work out what you want to work out in your life, Leo. With someone else, I would say, because as I said, there was that kind of like you and someone else and this ex threatening to involve themselves with your new, as in like tell your new person that you're not shiz or whatever. Turkey spirit came out, give with gratitude and grace. And bat spirit is at the bottom of the deck. A rebirth is assured. Anything else for Leo, please? The bat spirit came out. Okay, cool. And at the bottom of the deck, groundhog spirit. It says time to let go, but the ex certainly does need to. Underneath groundhog spirit, time to let go, is parrot spirit. Watch your words. So a couple of things there, obviously with the groundhog, that would suggest, like, as I said, like banging your head against a brick wall, like doing the same, I think I said doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So that is changing. But also be careful of what you're saying around this person who's smiling in your face and maybe showing off, flaunting about their new status. Like, keep it very cool, and maybe be generous in terms of like, oh, I'm so happy for you. You know what? That's so good. Be the better person, basically, because just be grateful that someone else has taken them off your hands in some way, Leo. But also watch your words, because they are smiling in your face about everything going on here, so that you'll consider them a confidant that then you can like let into your business again. So that's what I've got for you this time, Leo. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please do hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it resonated at all, do leave me a comment, let me know, or you just want to say thank you. Okay? And I'll speak to you soon. Thank you, Leo. Okay, let's crack on. Hello, my lovely Cancers. How are you doing? So Cancer, today, your base card is the Eight of Swords, or what's coming towards you next in love. Let's just crack on. Get into it. Try to say the two at the same time. Eight of Swords is, well, it's a lot of overthinking that's not necessary. It's a lot of tying yourself up in knots mentally. You don't need to. Unnecessary stress, I want to say. But I'm really drawn, whilst I'm looking at this card, to the star that's shown there. And there are three... Hold on. There are three swords vertical at the back. I mean, the star is a symbol of like destiny, fate, wish fulfillment. I don't know, Cancer, if someone needs to kind of... maybe someone's made up some rule as to why they can't be with someone because it would hurt somebody else. But that's not true. I mean, they can be with that person, and maybe they need to approach it I mean, that's not a reason not to be with that person, is what I'm trying to say. If that was the case, that someone's feelings are going to get hurt for two people to be together, maybe there's just have a conversation with them first, address it maturely, thoughtfully, and as we're all adults kind of thing. This is how I think that's usually, if that's the way this is going to go with this reading, I think usually the most pain from those kind of scenarios come from the deception element. It depends, obviously, but if the person who might get hurt is a reasonable enough person, I think it's normally they just would have liked to know, and just as a courtesy. But then it's like, well, if you really do love each other that much, then I'm not going to stand in the way. That's what you would hope, anyway. Anyway, that's a lot from one card, so let's crack on. What's coming towards Cancer next in love, please? The Fool and the Knight of Wands. I'm spot on. This is like someone wants to go over there, go to that person. They are my heart's desire. That's what I want. That's where my heart is taking me. I want to also make this choice for myself. I want to start a new journey. I want to, but it's like Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is more that kind of hesitating, not getting on the horse to go forward, start that journey. It's almost like waiting for approval, but not asking for that approval either. And do you need approval either? You don't. When I was talking about like maybe just fill someone in, I think there's a few rare examples I won't go into about when it would be understandable that their approval would be required. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life. It's the life of the person you want to be with. It's not down to anyone else to dictate. All my feelings are going to get hurt, so I don't give you my approval. Oh, okay, all right, I'm going to do it anyway. Tell me more. What's coming towards Cancer next in love, please? What is this Fool, Knight of Wands, Chariot? It's you, Cancer. You want... but it did come out sideways. I just automatically reverted it up. It's you. You want to go towards someone. So why the overthinking? Why the hesitation? Page of Wands. The King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, by the way, before I shuffle him away, which is water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Also, Aries got the King of Cups today. He's shown up like 5 times. Tell me more. Why the hesitation for Cancer? Death card, Scorpio's major arcana, and the deck split to show the Ten of Swords and the King of Swords. This feels more like someone you've had an ending with. You don't know how to tell them that you're going towards someone else. Again, with that King of Swords, they might have some sort of sense that they can tell you, or you're thinking they're going to tell you that you can't go towards someone else. Spot on, Cancer. Strength and the Six of Swords came out. Strength is Leo's major arcana. Interestingly, the Seven of Swords is here. Why the Seven of Swords? Okay. If you're deliberating between making this move and trying to do it stealthy-like, so that no one knows you're making this move, it might be a deliberation between doing it that way and doing it in choosing the more difficult way, but it's also the way that makes you a bit of a better human being, karmically. This is like, I keep getting reminded of S in the City, the original series. This reading, I don't know why I haven't watched it for a while. But there's the episode with Burger's friends, for anyone who's seen it, and Carrie goes, does her like, she forcefully explains to the guy, Burger's friend, that I can't remember the exact words, but it's like, what makes you the bad guy is not having the conversation. It's not the exact quote, I apologise. But, he just dumped her with a post-it. I'm sorry, I can't, don't hate me. Blech. But the dumping wasn't the issue, it was not having the conversation. That's what I'm getting reminded of. Ten of Cups came out. Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. Again, wow, there is someone on the other side of this that you want very much, and you associate your happily ever after as having the new beginning with that person, Cancer. I just feel like there's a temptation to sneak off and have it. And if any of you are like wondering about that, or about doing it the honourable way, the message is, well, what is the message? Well, the message obviously is about the Eight of Swords as well, of kind of overthinking that this wouldn't be a conversation that would go well, or overthinking that this, this is like, ask for forgiveness, not permission. Sometimes I agree with that sentiment. Sometimes, not always at all, but that's what it's reminding me of. Messages for Cancer, please. Hang on. It's saying that you and someone else here are mirroring each other. You're kind of feeling the same about a situation. In could be some sort of separation, and you both are uncertain about the future. You're both thinking about each other. You don't know where you stand. Maybe you both don't know what the rules are. Hold on, that's good. Can you give me advice for Cancer here, please? What is the message for Cancer? Reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take. For some of you, Cancer, it's not about someone else that you need, for example, to like tell, but it might be that you want to go towards someone you feel like you hurt them too much. And it would be difficult to tell them now that you want to start over and that they are your happily ever after. But if that is the case, both of you are feeling the same. Both of you want to start again. Ooh. Okay, understanding. I see your side of the story. Third party. The third party, oh my god, this keeps flipping. I hope this is making sense for someone. Underneath the third party is mend, I want to fix our connection. There is going to be a third party who will understand, have the conversation with them, basically. Basically, like for some of you, you've been in separation with someone else and you need to end something with someone who you were seeing in the meantime, because you've realized your happily ever after is going towards your person again. You just don't know if you should tell them the truth of that's what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I've realized I still love my person. We've been in separation from each other. I know it's not fair to you, but I wanted to be honest with you that that's what I'm doing. Rather than leaving a post-it, have the conversation. And they might hurt, yes, but they are going to have understanding. And you and the person who you want to go towards wants the two, maybe you are separated from each other, the two of you are feeling the same. You both want to start again, basically. You both want that. So, interesting message, Cancer. Any other advice cards from the Spirit Animal deck? Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. So this could all happen quite quickly. Dove Spirit, one of my... Oh, cute. Sorry. Dove Spirit and Otter Spirit. Dove says, be peace. If you've been here before and you've seen my reaction to this card, you know how I feel about the grammar on this. But be peace. And Otter Spirit, you are never alone. It's one of my favourite cards in this deck because it's two beautiful otters, sea otters or river otters or whatever, cuddling in the shape of a heart, which is in itself adorable. Otters are just simply adorable. I know they're fiendish creatures in some ways, but this is also, you know, oh, and the bottom of the deck is Bee Spirit, sweet results await. The dove, obviously we think about a message, like reaching out with an olive branch, a messenger of peace, definite energy of reconciliation here. The two of you may have been physically apart, but you haven't been apart energetically. Okay, so that's what I've got for you this time, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button for me if you'd like to. And if it did, obviously if you'd like to subscribe, please do as well. And if it did resonate at all, or if you just want to leave a comment and say thank you, then please do. And I wish you all my very best, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so moving on to my wonderful Geminis. Hello, Gemini. I hope you're really well. Thank you for being here. Today, the base card for what's coming towards you next in love is the Six of Cups. Okay, I mean, I have to be straightforward. The Six of Cups can talk about someone wanting to heal the past. Let's get some more before I say anything else, because I know not everyone wants to hear about the past. I understand. So just bear with me if you don't, because I can only work with the cards that come out. But let's see. It could also be something new is healing something for you that happened with somebody else in some way. Okay, straight. Oh my God. Straight away, the Ten of Cups came out. And the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. It's the same card. Okay. Six of Cups can also talk about children. But I mean, the Ten of Cups is very positive. It could even be talking about reconciliation with family, or maybe reconciling with a child. Obviously, if none of that applies, don't worry about it. But tell me more for Gemini, please. What's coming towards them next in love? The Page of Cups, wow. And the Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. The Page, Six, and Ten of Cups. Gemini. I mean, the Page of Cups is sincere here. Can be an apology. I mean, the Page of can also be a child. It's someone wanting to make something right. It's a very sweet innocence that's coming off here. What am I getting from that? It's just from that fish in the cup. It's almost like this fish is actually alive after all. I can almost see it like flapping about, hopping. Do fish hop? What am I talking about? Like moving about, jiggling about in the cup because of the water spilling out there as well. But it's almost like this person's the sincerity of their feelings is bringing this fish back to life. Pisces actually got the Page of Cups. Talking about fish. Tell me more for Gemini, please. What is coming towards them next in love? Okay. Okay, yeah, well, there you go. We've got the Fool that came out sideways. So there's a little bit of hesitation about whether this can be trusted or not with the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And the Queen of Swords came out. So that is your energy, Gemini. It's air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is also like once bitten, twice shy, definitely. This is reserving judgment and still having a boundary in place which potentially had been put in place due to whatever happened in the past. Okay, who is it that is making this gesture towards Gemini, please, with the Page of Cups? Who is that? Wow. The King of Cups came out in reverse on top of the King of Cups for Aries. More emotion. Why is the King of Cups in reverse? Why is he in reverse? Oh. What is going on? The Five of Swords just came out and landed on top of the Five of Swords for Capricorn. If they weren't landing literally on the same card from the spread, I wouldn't mention that. I'd just be like, the Five of Swords came out. But Five of Swords came out on top of the Five of Swords. What the fuck? Okay, well, we've got the bottom of the deck. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. Is that okay? Someone wants to come home, Gemini. They want the support and stability of being with you. Again, they either were tricked into abandoning all of that with you to start something with someone else, and it was a deception, whatever that was. Like some new beginning was dangled in front of them. It caused a lot of upheaval, a lot of turmoil, and it was false. So maybe that's why the King of Cups is in reverse as well, because it's almost like they had their emotions used against them in some way. Five of Swords. There was the truth that they thought they were being told. There was serious twists. The truth was seriously being distorted. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Let's swap decks. This one. How do you feel about this person now, Gemini? How do you feel? Okay. I mean, the Princess of Cups came out straight away. You still kind of have soft feelings towards them. They still represent your kind of like... Oh wow, you're actually feeling quite generous. If this is resonating for you. Huh. I just got that actually you feel more sympathetic towards them than they might expect, we might expect, I might expect, because you're keeping it to yourself with that Queen of Swords. That you're being quite, you're not being like, oh my god, you're back, brilliant, oh thank god. You're withholding this information a little bit because you are still hesitant about whether this can be trusted naturally. But what I got was that you actually feel sympathetic towards them, not so much that they made a choice to leave and start something with someone who ended up being just like all of that was a lie. More that in the time that they've been gone, it's given you the chance to see things, see the dynamic of how things were between the two of you from a different perspective. And as it's, bear with me, because if it doesn't resonate, please don't worry about it. But for those who do, it's giving that you've actually, it's given you pause for thought to maybe you were, the way the dynamic was before was putting, was resisting this person or pushing them away. That's it. You may have thought actually the way I was behaving before when you were with me was I wasn't allowing things to flow between the two of us, and for us to, so basically you may have kind of felt like, realized yourself whilst they've been gone that in a way you were stifling them, or not stifling, that's not the right word, but like if this person is very, like their love language is affection, physical touch or something like that, and you just like, oh, please don't touch me, or like I don't want to hug. I don't know. It's kind of like you've realised that, and you actually feel softer towards them than I think this King of Swords is going to realise. But this King of Swords is very, King of Cups is very sorry, I would say. Anything else? How is the King of Cups feeling about Gemini, please? How is the King of... The Death card, which is Scorpio's major arcana. Page of Pentacles. Why the Death card? The Emperor. The Star card is at the bottom of the deck, which is Aquarius's major arcana. My god, I thought I was going to see that. I actually thought when the Death card came out, I thought it was the Tower. And now the Tower's come out. Wow. The Tower came out with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like they destabilize themselves when they... Not destabilize, that's so unemotional, and this person is really emotional. They effed up. Let's just put it that way. What I think they feel like they got complacent and they weren't grateful for what they had when they had it about you, Gemini. Why the Death card? I almost, yeah, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands, Ace of Wands. High Priestess, Nine of Cups. They feel like they always knew that they wouldn't be happy without you, is actually what oh my god, I just split the deck and the Three of Wands and the King of Cups is there. Wow, I feel like this is coming through as... I was about to say this is coming through as you really love each other. The Two of Cups jumped out of the deck split to show the Star and the Wheel of Fortune. Holy moly. I'm just going to say, this person, Gemini, feels about you that they knew that they would never be happy without you, really. But, okay. And, I mean, the Star and the Wheel of Fortune together like that really talks of fate and destiny. The Two of Cups. So this person feels like the two of you, you two, you're the love story. This is like the two of you you're meant to be together, and you're not meant to be with anybody else. That's how they feel. Are they going to say anything? Detachment. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. I think this is about, yeah, see, under bottom of the deck is space and then reminiscing. It's almost like they feel like they almost had to lose. Oh God, it's such a cliche. I'm sorry, but it's giving. They feel like they actually had to lose you to realize that they wouldn't be happy with anybody else. When their intuition was kind of telling them that before. They didn't really need to lose you, but now that they might have lost you, they've cemented. Something else. Neglected. I failed to give you what you need, and forgiveness. But I mean, and it could be both of you there saying that, because that's what I was getting from you. Literally, that's what I was very tentatively saying, that it was kind of like, in the meantime, you've had the time to reflect and think, well, when we were together, I was keeping you at arm's length. I mean, yeah, hence the forgiveness of them leaving and looking for that affection elsewhere. Any messages for Gemini, please? Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. I think of the starfish, the one that like regrows limbs, or it can like carry on with like 3 of its 5 points. I might have to look that up. Anyway, wasp spirit. Oh, blah, blah, put my teeth in. Sorry, wasp spirit. Say that 5 times. Sometimes life stings, but then koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. And at the bottom of the deck is the bee spirit. Sweet results await. Actually very nice, Gemini. I really hope it was useful for someone out there. Thank you so much for watching and your support to the channel. Geminis, you are really actually amazing, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. Please hit the thumbs up button for me if you would like to. It really helps, and if you want to subscribe, I would love to have you. And if it resonated, or if you just want to leave me a comment and say thank you, then please do, and thank you for being here. And I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon. I'm just like, didn't realise how many tarot decks I've got out there. Okay. Alright, so on to my gorgeous Taurus. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Today, as your base card, what is coming towards you next in love, you have the 8 of Cups. Okay, now the 8 of Cups can talk about needing to leave something in the past. It can be something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling. Now, that doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship that is not doing it for you. It could also be something that's not for your highest good, in terms of it could be holding on to stuff that happened in the past, or like holding on to a grudge, for example, or holding on to anger, like, or disappointment. It doesn't mean you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It could be you keep the person, but you just let go of hurt that is not doing you any good to carry with you any further, basically, is what I'm getting. Let's get some more, shall we? Which deck shall I use? We'll go with the teeny tiny one for now. So tell me more about what's coming towards Taurus next in love, please. The Empress. Wow, very nice. That can be you, Taurus. It's also Libra and Venus energy. It's the divine feminine. It's also courageous. It's someone to look up and admire. An inspiration. So someone that others will be proud of, how the way they behave and the way they carry themselves. Sagittarius also got the Empress as their base card. But anyway, let's carry on. Tell me more about what is coming towards. Okay, we've got the 3 of Pentacles that came out. So someone wants to build and grow and expand with you, Taurus. But heavy on the but, because there's a 5. When that came out, the deck split show the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. There's this lingering, that's what I'm talking about with that 8 of Cups. I was explaining at the start. It's lingering on spilt milk, or lingering on what you thought was going to be the person you were going to marry, or maybe lingering on a marriage which is in separation, which is you know. Okay. Tell me more, please. What's coming towards Taurus? So there's the resistance again. We've got the 7 of Wands that came out. Tell me about that 7 of Wands. When I say resistance again, it's the resistance to go with the flow. It's like, it's still, also if someone else wants to move forward, it's resisting them by still focusing, not being able to let go things that were disappointing in the past. Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. Page of Swords also came out in reverse as well. Why is the Page of Swords in reverse? Right, the Page of Swords in reverse can talk about not seeing... Oh, Seven of Swords just came out. Well, this could be about not trusting somebody because of things that happened before. Not being able to trust what they're saying because there were things going on before and you didn't know. So how can you trust that that won't happen again, kind of thing. Eight of Cups in reverse, literally. Okay. Let me get an oracle on this one. What is it that what is this about that is not being let go of? Or someone is resisting leaving that behind? For Taurus, please. Jeez Louise. Bye Felicia came out in reverse. It would say peace and out. Thank you, next. It's leaving, basically. So we're not leaving. Why are we not leaving? Is someone refusing to leave? My boo, key player. My boo says official status, exclusive relationship, key player, important person, irreplaceable, playing an essential role. But then at the bottom of the deck is lipstick evidence, infidelity, caught cheating, betrayal. Oh, this is giving... Is it like a slightly different twist, actually? It's almost like someone is refusing to leave. And they are insistent on trying to make it work with their Empress. But the Empress is not having it because they were betrayed. There's whoever this is refusing to leave, but like they're basically saying to the Empress, you're irreplaceable, you're my person, I'm the one for you, you're the one for me. But I mean, it's funny they weren't saying that when they were doing something sneaky behind the Empress's back. The blues, scared, heavy emotions, mental distress, and SOS, distress. Again? Yes. Mental distress and distress. Act with urgency, assistance needed. I was about to say, check on your Taurus friends, because this is like, I don't like this vibe at all. It feels like someone being a prisoner in their own home. Maybe they're not allowed to leave. But I was about to say that, and then underneath SOS is knocked up. I thought for a second it said locked up. And underneath knocked up is karmics. I don't like it. It's okay. How is Taurus feeling about what's going to be happening here? Two of Swords. And the Tower is at the bottom of the deck. The Tower is, whoa, the Ten of Swords is underneath the Tower. Six of Pentacles is underneath that. Whoa, oh my god. Okay, the Tower is super explicit in this particular deck, so I'm just going to show you the name at the bottom there. 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, the Moon, the 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. Taurus, you're feeling like you actually want to leave. This person seems to be refusing to leave, which I don't like the vibe of at all. This Two of Swords came out on top of Key Player and My Boo. So you feel like this person is trying to intentionally tried to stop you from seeing the truth of what was going on, or they're now trying to blind you from making some sort of decision by blinding you with all of this intensity about how the two of you are made for each other and nobody else's. You belong to each other. It feels very oppressive. This energy, I don't like it at all. I can't keep saying that, but you feel like this person is pulling the wool over your eyes again, and heavy, laying it on thick about how important you are to each other. As far as you're concerned, this is over with the Tower and the Ten of Swords. And if you are Taurus's person, you don't need to dislike or what anything, because this might not be your message for a start. So cross watchers for this one. But underneath the Ten of Swords, this is over. This is throwing this person's stuff out to the curb, and then this is going and getting legal advice to get legally separated from them, potentially, filing for divorce, etc. Because of what they were doing, intentionally under Taurus your nose. Wow. Okay. Goodness me. Okay, how is this person, do I want to know, how are they feeling about Taurus? Six of Swords. Oh my god. I just got something out. So this person who betrayed you, Taurus, feels like, yeah, that was a shit show. Let's leave that in our rearview mirror. We'll move out. We'll move on together. Two of Wands. The deck split. I can see the Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. See that couple there. The car is actually being held from going anywhere though. Two of Wands underneath it is the Eight of Cups. What this is giving me is this person feels like they can fix it by the two of you moving location. They are making some sort of plan to... It's making me a bit tense, this one, Taurus, because it's almost like they're making a plan to move you further away from your support system as a solution. Like, oh, all of this pain, all of this betrayal is... You're not going to be able to get over it if we stay where we were living when it happened. So let's move states, move country, let's move to a different city completely. But it is a part of it, just hitting me, it's the message that it is taking you away from friends and family who would support you and maybe even help you leave this person, like if you needed to stay with them or if you needed legal support or whatever. So this person is actively, like, their solution is to cut you off and maybe get you pregnant, if that is an option for you. If it's not, don't worry about it. So that you're on lockdown, effectively. In some way they can control you. I do see might be some sort of stepping in here from the universe. It's almost like they're trying to hurry you out of state, or hurry you, as I was just saying on the plan, hurry you away. And it's like that is being stopped. Honestly, if these two people were walking down the street. This is giving me, when those like people do it for attention, obviously it is a real thing as well. This, it would be like someone needs to intervene and ask if that the feminine, I'm going to say, because it's coming through as the Empress, and everything I've described kind of is associated with being, you know, getting knocked up on purpose, blah blah blah. This would be like someone else needs to approach and ask that woman if they're okay or if they need help. So that's the reading, Taurus. It's quite a serious one, and I haven't had anything like that come up before, but it came out very clearly, because there's also this like, dude, if you need to leave, like, and they're refusing to leave, but it's this very unhealthy behavior. Getting the message of being like tense, oppressed, and a little bit unsafe as well here. So if this is resonating like bang on, I almost hope it doesn't, then please seek professional guidance if you need it. If you need any support, or to feel, if you are feeling unsafe, or you feel like you are being cut off on purpose to be controlled by this person, please seek professional help. I know I said about there might be an influence from the universe that kind of stops this person from getting away with this. It could I'm not going to gas myself up and say, oh, it's my tarot reading that's doing that. I was actually thinking something else, like they get stopped at the border or something. But don't rely on that if you feel like this is what's happening. Okay, so any other message for Taurus, please? For Taurus's reading today, any other message? Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. One more for Taurus, please. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Let's get one more actually for Taurus. Okay, you've got 3, and they're all bees. I don't know if a bee name is important here, but it's the bat spirit, the badger spirit, and the beaver spirit. BBB. Oh my god, and they are 5, 4, 6 as well. Well, they're not in order, but anyway. Bat spirit says a rebirth is assured. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. 3 bees. Okay, that's what I've got for you this time, Taurus. Please be safe. You know what I mean. I'm not trying to worry anyone, just be okay, all right? Thank you so much for watching. Please to hit the thumbs up button for me if you'd like to. Subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate at all, or if you just want to say thank you, leave me a comment. And I wish you all my best. Take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, and so last but certainly not least, today we have Aries. Hi, my lovely Aries. So today, your base card for what's coming towards you next in love, you have the King of Cups, who was featured in about 5 readings today. But anyway, King of Cups. This could obviously be a person. You have pretty much, you're the only king or queen from the base cards today. So it could be water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be, but the King of Cups also obviously can be someone who is very vocal about their feelings, they're expressive, they're open about what they feel for you, for example. This could be someone who is in the creative field. They could be an artist or a designer in particular. If that is the case, it could be someone that they could design anything. They could be a graphic designer, fashion designer, anything, but like architect, something like that in particular I'm getting. But, and again, it doesn't have to be, this could be just be someone who you find them, impressed, inspired, you admire what they do for their work, their creativity, let's just say. All right, let's use this one. For my Aries, please, what is coming towards them next in love? The Six of Swords. Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. The Seven of Cups. I mean, this... okay. The Six of Swords is giving me that this is someone who they have... They're coming towards you, again, Aries. But also they have kind of left something behind that... More like ideas. They're willing to kind of park their ideas that they had about something. Okay, you've got another Six of Wands this time. Definitely, there's that admiration quality. They could be moving, they could have been moving on from something else recently, but that could be more like they just left one job to start another. They've just moved here for wherever here is for you. Moved to your neighborhood. The Chariot, more it's Cancer's major arcana, but another movement, and also more victory. Six of Wands can talk about victory, success. So this King of Cups is someone who maybe has recently come into your awareness on the back of some sort of success that they've had. Their trajectory is, you know, they're on a good path. This is like, maybe they are actually gaining momentum and gaining followers. You know, this could be someone who their work is being recognized. What's the Six of Swords about, please, for Aries? The Magician. Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, letting go of stuff that was troubling them, that was heavy, that was holding them back. What was that? What did they let go of? Well, let's just say they're just really happy. The sun, this good for them. I don't know why it came out in that tone. Sorry. The Sun. They're just experiencing some really positive moves in their life. They've kind of left behind a lot of like humdrum or like stuff that it's kind of giving me stuff that's beneath them, to like, or stuff that thoughts and ideas that. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles just came out. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Well, that's it. That could have just answering myself. Ten of Cups. Good gravy. They're really happy. Yeah, they've released stuff that was stressing them out. Whoever this is, they've started something new that they're very happy about. It feels more like it's in their life, but it also positively opens up opportunities for maybe the two of you as well. How is... What do I want? Let's get this one. How is Aries feeling about this person, please? When I say coming towards you, I feel like more coming into your environment in one way or another. They're starting at your company that you work for. They're moving into the neighborhood. It's more like they're entering the scene is what I'm getting. they might not know you yet, which is why I'm saying it like that. Rather than them coming, like, messaging you, it's more like they're coming into your sphere. They don't realise it's your sphere. Chemistry, yep. Attraction, spark, passion. You're very attracted to this person. They have a magnetism or like a charisma about them. Family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. I mean, oh. What is that? Why family? Oh my goodness. Okay. So Aries, it's kind of saying that they are they've moved away from family, basically. They are exaggerating about how much better their life is now than where it was. I hope that makes sense to someone. But I don't know why they're doing that. Why are they doing that? Why are they exaggerating? Maybe that's why I went, I'm so happy. Return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Oh, they're attempting some sort of trick here, Aries. We've got elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery with bluff, which says pretending, mask, exaggeration. They're attempting some sort of trick by exaggerating how happy they are with their new life, that they aren't troubled at all by leaving behind a family, either their, the family their blood they're born into, or a family that they had with someone. What do they hope to achieve out of this deception, this trick? Oh, are they just trying to hide how depressed they are? Oh my god, oh my god. Sorrow, loss, grief, depression, and foundation, established, family, security. At the bottom of the deck is abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. Oh, this is sad. This feels more like their blood family. Aries, you've got someone, what's coming towards you next is someone that you're very attracted to. And broken came out on top of family. When that family card came out, I was like, okay, you fancy them, Aries, but like, are you already planning to have a family with them? Like, they don't maybe know you that well yet. But no, broken came out on top, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. This feels more like this is someone, just know that they might tell you about how they left behind family disagreements, things that were holding them back, were dragging them down, was just, they needed to lose weight in their little canoe there. They needed to throw the excess weight overboard so that they could get moving. And basically this is someone saying that it's really good that I've moved away from my family, because now I'm blowing up. I'm getting all this attention, and my work is being appreciated. My creativity is soaring. My followers are soaring. Blah 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 blah. It is. They are overcompensating because they are actually heartbroken they feel actually like a black sheep, or like they've been abandoned by their blood family, I want to say. They feel like they've been rejected by their family. So I don't think this is maybe there's an element that they would like to actually return home. With that return, they would like to feel like they are welcomed back, and maybe they want to actually move back when they have experienced this success that they are championing right now. Such a weird message. I guess it's just for you to know that there's a lot more going on with this person than they're actually letting on. What is likely to be happening between Aries and this person, please? Four of Pentacles. See, the Four of Pentacles, that is about laying a foundation. I was just telling you about this person is heartbroken or depressed or sorrowful about the fact they feel abandoned by their family. But this is, and that says foundation on that card, this is laying a new foundation together. It's all Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like someone who feels like a nomad, like they have no home. They've been pushed out of their home. It could be talking about the fact that they're laying a new foundation with you after feeling energetically homeless. Yeah, Ace of Wands. The Fool is at the bottom of the deck. It might start as chemistry. It does seem like, okay. So basically this seems like something new, Aries, with the Fool as well. And the Sun again. The Sun again. And yeah, we were talking this chemistry, attraction, spark. And there's the passion, the spark, the chemistry is flying. That's how it might start. It's basically saying that there could be roadblocks up ahead. Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles here. Because it's all like fun and games at first, but this... and enjoy that, obviously. I don't know why I sound so cynical in your reading, Aries. But it's like... there's going to be a lovely honeymoon period for sure. But there might start to be obstacles, and this person might start to push you away, because really what they are, it's some wounding, or I just don't know if this person feels like they've been pushed away and what's the word, like sent away by by family, maybe by their parents. So they might be able to get away with this like bluff of how happy they are that happened at first, and when the two of you first hook up potentially. But it's like they might start to push you away because it will be reminding them of the kind of the love that they actually want to be received and the acceptance that they actually want from their family. Jeez Louise, I hope that makes sense. Let's get you one. I guess it's more like a heads up for you if you're reading Aries. Let's get you a message to finish up. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. There might be the need to quickly adapt in this situation. Oh goodness. Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. I'm seeing repeated sevens as well. I don't know, the 7th of a month is, or July is Cancer season. Yes, so it could be a Cancer again. Armadillo Spirit came out on top of Squirrel Spirit. Armadillo says set healthy boundaries. But yeah, still time for... Porcupine Spirit came out, time for a beginner's mind, and Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. Both of those kind of talk about living in the moment. And because it's funny, because your reading is more like, maybe you're meeting this person, you're questioning, what is this? Where is this going to go? The advice there seems to be more like, rather than living in the past or the future, live in the present and enjoy, as I said. I was like, it's all fun and games, but you should enjoy the fun and games and the honeymoon period. Enjoy it, bask in it. But obviously, if this person starts to step on your boundaries because of the wounding that they have going on, that they are trying to hide here, you know, just also don't lose sight of you are enough the way you are, and you don't need to start questioning, like, am I the wrong person because I'm showing them love, or why are they pulling away from me? Why are they pushing me away? You are enough, and you should also stick to your healthy boundaries about the treatment of yourself as well. I hope that made sense. I hope it was useful for someone. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. And if it did resonate at all, if you just want to leave me a comment, say thank you, leave me a comment. And I wish you all my very best. I'll speak to you soon, Aries. And that is it for everybody. 3 hours, 24 minutes. I think that's a new record. This will probably take 2 weeks to upload onto YouTube. Yeah. Oh, my voice didn't even go. Okay, I really hope if anyone's seeing this, then thank you so much for being here, for watching whichever parts you watched. I really hope it was useful. And I wish you all my very best. And I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.